Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A first down carry for Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. Trying to hurry to the line on the very outskirts of field goal range. They'll run on first down. Barkley, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, Barkley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The stadium clock says 0, but the one on your screen is the one that matters, and the officials say yes, it's a timeout with 1 second left to go and a field goal try forthcoming to potentially send us to overtime. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And the kick is good, so they avoid the shutout. But still a tough one to swallow here. They only post 3 points. And this game is over. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down,
each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. On first down, Barkley, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now we're going to get a timeout with 5 seconds left here in overtime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Overtime, how about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. And they're going with some extra beef up front. They've got to have this one in overtime. It's 3rd and 1. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. A handoff to Barkley, and he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So the OT clock hits 0, and we're still not done. We'll switch sides and need at least one more OT to decide it after this. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them. Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And it looks like he's going to be stopped short of the first down by about a yard. And play will be stopped here with 10 seconds remaining in overtime as they've called a timeout. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And a timeout now here in overtime with 4 seconds remaining. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now it's Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 overtime. How about 2? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Coming up on 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Barkley. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 121 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Move over, James White. You've got a new rival for best finish to a Super Bowl ever. And the New York Football Giants are the toast of the National Football League. They are the Super Bowl champs. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like